We are going to start in child's pose today. So as you start to settle in, bringing the knees wide, toes together, and hands forward as you sit the hips back towards the heels, let the forehead come to the mat. Just taking a few moments here, settle in, taking stock of how your body's feeling today and starting to focus the mind a little bit. Using this child's pose as a chance to calm everything down, allowing your breath to be the focus. See if you can move your breath into the sides of the ribs and into the belly. And on each exhale, imagine your hips becoming a little bit heavier so that they sink more towards the heels. Take about 3 more rounds of breath here. One more breath. And gently start to tiptoe your fingers towards the right side of your mat, working into your side bend. You can stack the left hand over right as you sink the left hip deeper towards the heel. And imagine sending all your breath into the left side of the rib cage so that side can truly expand. Take an inhale, gently tiptoe your fingers back through center. Then exhale over to the left, same thing. Maybe right hand stacks over left. Sink the right hip back towards the heel. Breathe into the right side of the rib cage, into the lats. One more breath. Inhale, gently tiptoe the fingers back to center. Take a moment here to activate the arms. So just the fingertips on the mat. Feel the palms moving away. The triceps activate so the elbows come off the floor. You can really sink your chest down towards the floor. Activate the core so you can press the tailbone to the heels. 1 round of breath here. On your next inhale, move to your tabletop position. Stack the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Moving through our cows and cats. So inhale, drop your belly, bring your gaze high, open through the front. Then exhale, curl into your cat pose. Feel the core activate here. Inhale, drop the belly, bring the gaze high. Exhale, curl into your cat. One more time, inhale, drop the belly, bring the gaze up. And exhale, curl. Come back to a neutral spine, so flatten out the back. Today, option to activate the core a little more on our crunches. So reach your right fingertips forward, left leg back. And actually, put your foot down. Hover your knee first. That's the way to get into it. Don't try to lift your knee once everything's up. So hover your knee first, then see if you can extend your arm and leg. Once you're there, take an inhale. Exhale, find your crunch underneath you. Keep the core strong. Inhale, nice and slowly extend. Exhale, find your contraction. Inhale, extend. One more time, exhale, contract. Then inhale, extend, let your right knee come down. Untuck the toes, bend the back leg, grab the foot. Give yourself a little back bend here. Feeling that stretch into the front of the leg, the stretch into the right shoulder. Think about lifting the heart up and forward. Take 1 more round of breath, take a little bit more on your exhale. On your next inhale, reach everything long with control. And exhale, hand to knee, come back. So from here, let's do the other side correctly in the right order, unlike I cued last time. So hover your knees, press your palms into the floor. Now extend your right leg back. Left arm forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, contract underneath you. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, extend. Last contraction. Inhale, extend as you put your knee down, untuck those toes, and bend your back leg, grab the foot. Give yourself your nice kick as you inhale, creating that deep back bend. Keep shining the heart forward, stretching through the whole front of your body. 1 more round of breath. On your next inhale, gently reach the arm and leg long. Then exhale, hand and knee come back to the mat. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, send the hips high, downward dog. Take a moment in your down dog, pedal the feet, lowering one heel at a time. If there's any other movement that feels good, feel free to take it for just a couple breaths. Starting to open up the backs of your legs as well as your feet and your calves. Start to work towards stillness in your down dog, so let the heels sink towards the mat. Make sure the quads are active, your hands are pressing into the floor. On your next inhale, reach your right leg high, three-legged dog. Open the hips, bend the knee, feel that stretch in the front of the hip, the quad. Make sure the right shoulder stays square to the floor. Inhale, straighten the legs square off the hips. Exhale, crunch knee to nose. Feel that contraction underneath you. Try to touch your knee to the nose. On your next inhale, three-legged dog, hips stay square. Then exhale, right foot comes down, back to your downward dog. Same thing other side. Inhale, left leg reaches high, open the hips, bend the knee. Take a moment here to circle the ankle, circle the knee. Whatever movement feels good. Next inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, crunch knee comes to the nose. Feel the core contract. Inhale, reach the leg high. Then exhale, downward dog. Let that foot land. From here, bring your gaze forward. Start to walk your feet to the top of your mat. Find your ragdoll, so feet are hip width distance. Take a big bend in the knees. Let the torso hang heavy over the thighs. Maybe take opposite elbows. Maybe interlace the hands behind the head. Whatever movement feels good here for about 2 more breaths. Really trying to lengthen the spine, create space between the vertebrae. 1 more deep inhale. And exhale, gently release your arms to the mat. Keep the bend in your legs. Roll up through the spine nice and slow. Let the head be the very last thing to come up. Once you arrive, big shoulder roll up and back. Open through the front. Then step the feet together, standing mountain pose Tadasana. Legs root down into the floor. Quads activate that lift at the front of the hips. Arms reach down by the sides, palms facing forward. On an inhale, reach the arms high, let your gaze follow. Then exhale, hands come to heart center. Bow your chin, close your eyes. Set an intention for your practice today. Whatever that intention is, let's seal it with a breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Seal the lips. Start to find your Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. Create your constriction at the back of the throat so that it starts to create that oceanic sound. Take 3 breaths here and start to generate the heat within your body. 2 more breaths. Gently blink your eyes open, maintain this breath. Moving into a sun A, inhale, reach your arms up nice and high, let your gaze follow. Then exhale, hinge forward from the hips, take your forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, lengthen the spine forward. Then exhale, plant your palms, step back into your high plank. Pausing here for a moment, make sure the shoulders are right over the wrists, the core is active. Inhale, shift your weight forward slightly. Exhale with control all the way down to your belly. See if you can lower in one piece. Once you arrive, untuck the toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift just the top part of your chest. Make sure the elbows hug in, feet press into the floor. Exhale, release the chest down. 2 more times. Inhale, baby cobra. Again, maybe you hover the hands. Exhale, release the chest down. Inhale, baby cobra. Final 1. See if you can lift a little bit higher. And exhale, release the chest down. Hands are by the rib cage, tuck the toes, engage the legs. Either inhale into a high plank or through your tabletop position. Then exhale, send the hips high, downward dog. 3 full breaths right here. Final breath. Bring your gaze forward, step or maybe hop your feet to the top of the mat. Toes come to touch underneath you. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, standing high. Then exhale, hands come to heart center, moving into our second round. Inhale, reach the arms high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, high plank, pausing here. Now on your next inhale, draw your left knee into your chest. So imagine that you're trying to touch your knee to your sternum. We're coming to side plank, left hand is our base. So start to shift over your right foot, left hand, so our left leg is our bottom leg. Reach the right fingertips high, then extend the left leg in front of you. Take an inhale here. Exhale, tap the outside of your left foot to the floor. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, tap. This is all about the inner thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the leg, knee comes back into the chest. Inhale, come back to your high plank. And exhale, step the left foot back. Same thing to the other side. So inhale, draw the right knee into your chest. Exhale, right hand, left foot, side plank. Left fingertips reach high. Inhale, extend that leg. Exhale, tap the outside of the foot. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Final one, inhale, lift. Exhale, we bend the knee. Inhale, come back to your high plank. And exhale, step the foot back. Take an inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, vinyasa. Move through your flow. Remembering that every vinyasa is optional. You can always skip it. Take 3 full Ujjayi breaths here. 2 more. Bring your gaze forward, gently step or hop your feet to the top of the mat, toes come to touch. Inhale as your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, grab your block, and inhale, stand all the way up, arms don't need to reach high. Now we know this one by now, we're moving into our balance exercise, so block comes in between the inner thighs. Feet are hip width distance, toes point straight forward. From here, arms reach up to the sky. Now start to shift your weight towards your left leg. Inhale, hover your right foot off the mat, flexing those toes. As you exhale, we start to hinge forward from the hips, reach the fingertips back behind you. We're still balancing on that left foot. Keep this balance as you inhale, start to stand all the way up, reach the fingertips high. And exhale, let the right foot land. Other side, inhale, shift to the right, left foot hovers off the mat, squeeze your block. Exhale, start to hinge forward from the hips, keep your even drishti. Inhale, start to stand all the way back up again, reach the fingertips high. And exhale, left foot comes down. One more time each side. Inhale, shift left, right foot flexes off the mat. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, reach the fingertips back. Inhale, start to stand all the way back up, fingertips reach high. And exhale, right foot comes down. Final time, inhale, shift right, left foot comes off the mat. Exhale, hinge it forward. Inhale, stand it up. And exhale, left foot comes down. From here, bend both knees. Inhale, find your Utkatasana, keep the block between your legs. Now, same transition we did the other day. Start to shift your weight towards your toes. See if you can lift both heels off the mat. Sit a little bit deeper in your chair. It's possible now. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, start to hinge forward from the hips. Reach the fingertips back behind you. Keep squeezing that block. Imagine you're coming to a flat back here. Those heels are still off the mat. Inhale, keep your balance. Start to come back up again. Knees stay bent. As the torso rises, fingertips reach high. And exhale, both heels come down, sit a little lower in your chair. Inhale, find a little back bend. Then exhale, forward fold. Remove the block from between your legs. Place it wherever. Toe heel your feet back together underneath you. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And exhale, take a vinyasa. Plant your palms, move through your flow. You might hop back into your chaturanga if you feel warm. You might not. No big deal either way. Once you reach your downward dog, inhale, reach your right leg high, 3-legged. Exhale, step through between your hands. We're setting up for warrior one. So left heel comes down to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. First warrior of the day, we get a little extra breath here, so check your form. Make sure the right hip is back, left hip forward, lift up through the front of your pelvis, bend deeper in your front leg. Take another inhale, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot, low lunge. Left hand stays planted. Inhale, reach the right fingertips high. From here, we move into a side plank, but keep the right knee tucked into your chest. So shift to the outside of your left foot, right foot comes off the floor, knee is in. Bring your hand to the front of that knee. Now, similar to what we do standing, draw the knee into your chest. Gently release the leg, hold it there. Extend the right leg forward in front of you. Then exhale, bend it back in. Now, right hand comes to the right knee. Inhale, carry it to the side, draw it in. Exhale, release the arm. Inhale, extend the leg to the side. Exhale, bend it in. On your next inhale, come to your high plank. Keep the leg tucked to the side of your body though, so the glutes really have to engage. Step your right foot back on an exhale. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, vinyasa, move through your flow. Lots of planks today. They're good for us. Once you reach your downward dog, we go right to the left. So inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, step through between your hands, ground your back heel down. Inhale, reach the arms up, warrior one. Now check the same things here, squaring the hips, left side back, right side forward. Lift the front of the pelvis so the core engages, arms reach nice and high. Take another inhale, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot, low lunge. Inhale, reach the left fingertips high, twisting towards your front leg. Now this is where we get to take our side plank. So start to come to the outside of the right foot. As the left foot comes off the floor, the knee bends. Bring your right or left hand to left knee, draw it in as you inhale. Exhale, release the arm. Inhale, extend the leg straight forward. Exhale, bend the leg. Hand comes to the knee. Inhale, bring the leg to the side. Draw it in. Exhale, release the fingertips. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the leg. Now keep the leg to the side, engage the glutes. Inhale, high plank with the leg to the side. Exhale, step the left foot back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, vinyasa. Or press back to downward dog if that's what your body needs right now. Take 3 breaths in your downward dog. Reconnect with your breath, reconnect with your intention. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Bring your gaze forward, step or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Toes come to touch underneath you. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traditional Utkatasana chair pose. Bend the legs, reach the arms up nice and high. Now imagine you're still squeezing a block between your legs. We're moving into full drinking bird today. So take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, start to reach the hands down as you find a little back bend. Sit deeper in your chair. Now exhale, bring the chest towards the thighs. So Ardha Utkatasana with a bind. From here, gaze goes towards the floor, but slightly forward. Start to shift your weight towards your toes. Keep squeezing your legs together. Lift your heels. This constant squeeze is what's going to keep us stable. Keep reaching the arms back behind you in opposition. Core is strong. If you feel pretty good here, you can start to straighten your legs by lifting the tailbone. Think about the tailbone lifting. Belly stays connected to the thighs. Take an inhale. See if you can start to bend your knees again on your exhale. Heels stay off the ground. Once you come back to your bent legs, take an inhale to find your balance. Then exhale, let both heels come to the floor. Inhale, release your bind, reach both fingertips high, chest comes off of the thighs. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, release the chest down. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa, move through your flow. Once we reach our downward dog, we inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step through between your hands, warrior one. Back heel spirals down, inhale, reach the arms up. We're only here for the inhale this time, so as you exhale, hands come back down, low lunge. Now, same as before, inhale, reach the right fingertips high. Adding something in, horizon lunge as you exhale. Come to the outsides of your feet. Drop the hips low. Enjoy this stretch into the outsides of both legs. Now, as you inhale, come back to your twisted lunge. So we're back to where we were before horizon. Now come to the plank we were just in. So come to the outside of your left foot, right knee draws into the chest. This time without the hand, inhale, extend your right leg in front of you. Exhale, bend the leg. Inhale, carry it to the side. Exhale, knee comes towards the armpit. Inhale, extend the right leg to your side or towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the leg. Now here's the fun one. As we inhale, keep the right knee tucked into the chest as you move through high plank. Right hand comes down, shift to your other side. Now right leg is underneath us, still bent. Inhale, straighten that leg. We're working the inner thighs now. We've done this before. Exhale, tap the outside of the foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Final lift as you inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, come to high plank. Knee is bent into the chest. And exhale, step the foot forward. We're back in low lunge. Good work, you guys. Let your knee come down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Drop nice and deep into your lunge. So essentially, when we get to the other side, it's just the two planks we've done already put together. So if that makes more sense. Take another inhale. Find a gentle back bend here. Exhale, half splits, shift your weight back, straighten your front leg. If you feel like working into full splits, feel free. If you choose to take full splits, make sure we're not sacrificing the squareness of our hips. So we want to pull that right hip back, left hip forward, then lower the hips. Wherever you are, stay here for a few breaths. This is kind of our resting pose, but it's very active. Take about 2 more rounds of breath here. If you're in full split, start to come out into your half split. Then everyone inhales and starts to bend into your front leg for lizard pose. So let both hands come inside of the foot, toe heel it outward slightly. Let the hips drop down nice and low. Feel free to take whichever lizard variation you want to here. So you can be on your hands, forearms. You can bend and grab your back leg. I'm doing that today because my quads are tight for some reason. So do whatever you need right now. We have about 3 more breaths. One more full breath. Final inhale. And exhale, gently release your leg. Now keep both hands inside of your right foot. Tuck your back toes, engage the leg. And as you inhale, step your left foot forward to the outsides of your hands for our Malasana, our yogi squat. Drop the hips down nice and low. Heels are in, toes are out, so you might need to rotate your legs a little bit. Hands come to heart center, elbows press the knees to the side. You get a couple breaths here, really aiming to stretch the inner thighs here to open the hips a little more, as well as release the low back. Take about 2 more full breaths. We have a second chance at this later. Final inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, straighten the legs, pivot the toes. Chant at your Bakasana, crow today to warm up the arms a little more. So feet are parallel, hip width distance. Start to lift your heels, bend your elbows. As you bend the knees, they reach towards the armpit. So as high on those triceps as you can. Gaze is forward, past your hands, shift it. Start to hover the feet. Try to bring the insides of your feet together, heels towards the glutes, glutes towards the ceiling. Take 2 more full breaths here. Final inhale. If shooting back is in your practice, feel free on your exhale. Otherwise, let your feet land and then move through a vinyasa, or just step back to downward dog, whatever feels good right now. 1 breath once you reach your downward dog. Now we get to go left. Yay, so inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step through between your hands, warrior one, so back heel comes down. Inhale, reach the arms up. We're only here for this nice long inhale. Exhale, hands come right back down again, low lunge. Right hand plants nice and firm. Inhale, left fingertips reach up, twist towards that leg. As you exhale, horizon lunge, come to the outsides of your feet, drop the hips down, reach towards your back foot. Inhale, lift the hips up. Now we're setting up for our side plank. So establish your lunge first. Make sure your right arm is solid. Then come to the outside of your right foot. Left knee draws into the chest. From here, inhale, extend that leg in front of you. Exhale, bend the leg. Inhale, carry it to the side. Draw the knee towards your armpit as you exhale. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bend. Now, as we inhale, we move through high plank. Left knee is still drawn into the chest. Then shift to your opposite plank without putting the left leg down. So now right fingertips are in the air. Extend your left leg in front of you as you inhale. Exhale, tap the outside of the foot to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Final time, inhale, lift. You bend the leg as you exhale. Knee stays into the chest as you come to high plank as you inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward, you're back in your low lunge. Let your back knee come down, untuck the toes, and inhale, reach the arms up. Take a moment in this Anjaneyasana, drop the hips down nice and low. Feel that opening through the front of your body. Take a gentle inhale, little back bend, and exhale, half split. Shift the weight back towards that knee. If you worked into a full split on the first side, go for it here. Again, just making sure you keep the left hip back, right hip forward. And that the legs are very square and activated here. So your left toes are still flexing towards your face. The quad is engaged, your back leg is active. The core is strong, so we're not resting on the front leg. We're lifting up. We have 4 breaths. Enjoy this stretch. Full splits, make your way back to half split. Then everyone inhales forward into our lizard or dragon. So both hands come inside of the foot, foot toe heels outward, drop the hips nice and low. Match whatever version you did on the first side. So you can either bend your back leg, you can come down to your forearms, whatever feels good here. We have 4 breaths. Final inhale. And exhale, gently release your leg if you have it. Everyone comes back to their hands. Tuck your back toes, engage the leg. Both hands are inside of your left foot. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Second time at Malasana, your yogi squat. So bring your heels in, toes out. Hands come to heart center. If you want to create a little wider stance with your arms for a deeper stretch, you can give yourself a little fist bump and then place your elbows inside of your knees. That's just going to help press them out a little bit more. Take about 4 full breaths here. Final inhale. Exhale, gently release your hands to the mat, straighten the legs. Second chance at Bakasana. Feel free to work into it to whatever level you want this morning. We have about 4 breaths to play, so make sure you set yourself up well. Make sure that everything is very active. You're always pushing the floor away from you. 2 more breaths. If you have a shoot back, do it on an exhale. Otherwise, land the feet, move through your vinyasa. We all meet up in downward dog. Once you reach your downward dog, you have about 4 breaths. They can be cleansing breaths. They can be ujjayi breaths. Make them whatever you want. Whatever is going to be best for your intention, whatever is best for your body right now. We have about 3 more breaths at this point.
Final round of breath. Regain your Ujjayi if you lost it. And on your next inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, step through between your hands, setting up for crescent lunge, so left heel presses forward. We inhale and reach the arms up. This whole sequence should seem pretty familiar. As we exhale, we find our thunderbolt. Chest comes forward, fingertips reach back, length through the crown of your head. Now start to shift your weight forward. We inhale into airplane. So start to straighten through your right leg, left leg lifts off the mat. Hips stay square, chest lifts forward. Keep your back engaged, shoulder blades towards each other. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, Shiva squat. Bend your bottom leg, left knee taps the right calf, hands to heart center. As we inhale, we come to one-legged Tadasana. Stand all the way up. Reach your fingertips high. Then exhale, hands come to the knee. Inhale, draw your knee into your chest. Exhale, release the arms, leg stays at the same height. Inhale, extend the leg, just like we did in plank. Exhale, bend the leg. Inhale, hand comes to the knee, carry the leg to the side. Find that little hike up with the knee. Exhale, release the arms to the ceiling. Inhale, extend the leg to the side, that's the hard one. Exhale, bend the leg. Inhale, hand comes to the knee, carry it back to the front. Exhale, reach the fingertips high. Now here's the really new transition today. Inhale, extend your front leg. Exhale, half moon. So you have to kind of make a circle with your leg as you bring the body down towards the floor, eventually finding your Ardha Chandrasana. If that transition didn't happen today, I'll make sure to throw it in next week. So keep your bottom side nice and long. Left leg is really strong here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Bend your right leg, let your left leg land all the way behind you. Inhale, straighten through your right leg, pivot the toes, setting up for our Prasarita. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, find a lift of the heart to the ceiling. Exhale, fold it forward. You have 4 breaths in this Prasarita first. So I suggest taking your Chaturanga arms, so walking the hands back, fingertips are still forward. Bend the elbows as if you could take an arm balance. Let the crown of the head release towards the floor. Keep lifting the tailbone to the ceiling. Weight is towards the toes. You have about 3 more breaths. Start to walk your hands back underneath your face. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Now toe heel the feet together slightly, so they're just a little bit wider than hip width distance. Working into our kind of first prep for our Tadasana, it's going to be a Lolasana, so a pendant pose. Start to walk your hands backwards, so you can start to bend your knees as you do that. The fingertips still point forward. You still have Chaturanga arms. So the goal is to get your fingertips behind your heels. Make sure your arms are shoulder width distance. Start to bend your legs and your arms so much that you come to essentially sit on your triceps. Nice, guys. From here, we start to shift the feet towards the middle of the body. So imagine you're giving yourself a big hug with your legs. And then see if you can lift the feet off the mat and hook one foot around the other. This is our pendant or Lolasana. It's called a lot of different things. But staying here for a couple breaths, you can kind of see what it feels like to almost think like you're a clock, and you can kind of swing your body back and forward a little bit, within control, of course. But seeing how you can kind of shift your weight side to side or front and back. It's a fun little thing to play with. Take one more inhale playing with this. Eventually exhale, let your feet come back to the floor. Now it's a big shift forward to bring your weight back to the feet. Then walk your hands underneath your feet and straighten your legs. Toe heel your feet to about your forward fold position, that Prasarita. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Pivot your left toes outwards slightly and exhale into your Skandasana left leg. Dropping the hips nice and low or keeping your body parallel to the floor. Hands can come to heart center. Make sure your right leg is strong and straight. 3 breaths here. Final breath. Now as we inhale, with or without the hands, we're finding a low lunge back at the front of our mat. So shift your weight through your legs all the way back forward again. Hands frame your right foot. As you inhale, shift your weight forward, straighten your right leg, lift your left leg to 90 degrees. Exhale, standing split. Let the chest rock down over the leg, forehead comes towards the shin. Lift your left leg up nice and high. Make sure that your hands can maybe frame your foot. We only have a couple breaths here today. Take one more inhale, lift the leg a little higher. Exhale, forward fold, so left foot meets the right. Just release down over the legs. Now here's our first chance to work into Tadasana today. So I'm gonna do it at an angle, just so we can see all the steps. But bring your feet again back to slightly wider than hip width distance. Now the prep is the same as we just did for that Lolasana. So start to walk your hands back behind your feet. Bend the elbows, bend the knees. Now the goal is to get your legs as high on your triceps and close to your shoulders as possible. So if it takes a little wiggling, feel free to do that. Now start to sit your hips down and find your Lolasana first. So feet come off the mat, one hooks around the other. If you feel pretty good there, you can start to unhook your feet, maybe extend one leg. If that feels okay, you can bend it, maybe extend the other. If that feels okay, bend it. Maybe try extending both legs. Wherever you are, if you tip over, just get right back into it. Nice, you guys. You have a few breaths to play here. Good, keep it going. It's all about that tip of the weight. Nice, you guys. Keep hugging the elbows towards each other. Good, nice. I'm watching you guys so that I can actually see what you're doing. Oh, and then everyone tipped over, no. All right, well, good job. We're gonna do it again. So it'll come after our left side though. So wherever you have recovered to, come to a forward fold. I know the minute the teacher says that they're watching, it's when everything kind of falls apart. So find your forward fold for a second, you guys. Toe heel your feet to hip width distance. Let's take Gorilla Pose or Padahastasana. So take the palms of your hands face up underneath your feet. This will just stretch out the wrists, kind of in opposition to everything we've been doing. Once you have your hands there, take an inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bend your elbows, release the head down. Use your arms to pull. You have about 4 breaths. Final inhale. Exhale, gently release your hands from underneath your feet. Toe heel your feet back to touch underneath you. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And exhale, vinyasa or step back to downward dog. Whatever feels best for you right now. Take care of your arms and wrists because we have a couple arm balances to go. Once you find your down dog, we get to do the left. So inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step through between your hands, press your back heel forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, find your crescent lunge. Establish your crescent here, make sure your hips are square. On an exhale, we come into our thunderbolt. So bring the chest low, reach the fingertips back, make sure the right leg is really active. That's going to help. As we inhale, come to our airplane. Shift the weight forward, lift the right leg off the mat. Keep reaching the arms back, find that slight lift of the chest. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, Shiva squat, bending both legs, knee taps the calf, hands come to heart center. Inhale, stand all the way up to your one-legged Tadasana, one-legged mountain. Knees draw into the chest, arms reach high. Exhale, bring both hands to your right knee. Inhale, draw the knee into the chest, keep it tugged in. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, straighten your right leg in front of you. Exhale, bend the legs, hands come back to the knee. Inhale, right hand carries the right knee to the side of the body. Hike it into your armpit and inhale, reach the fingertips high. Start to straighten that right leg, find that kick to the side. Then exhale, bend the leg, hand comes back to the knee one more time. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, kick it forward. Now here's the big one, exhale. Start to tip yourself all the way around into your half moon. Think that you're tracing a giant circle with that right leg. Once you find that half moon, make sure that we're long on the bottom. Right side is stacking over left. Take one more inhale, maybe hover your bottom fingertips. And exhale, bend that bottom leg, warrior two, let the right leg land behind you. Inhale, straighten the leg, pivot the toes. Setting up for our second Prasarita. Bring the hands to the hips, inhale, open through the heart. And exhale, hinge forward. You can take the same arm variation we did before, or you can feel free to take a different one. We have another 4 breaths here to really open the backs of our legs before we work into Lolasana a second time. So feel the crown of your head lengthening towards the floor. Shift your weight towards your toes. Try to stack your hips over your ankles. 3 more breaths. Start to walk your hands back underneath your face. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Bring your feet just to a little bit wider than hip width distance, so a little narrower underneath you. From here, start to bend your legs. Walk your hands back behind you. Again, aiming to get them as far back as humanly possible. From here, start to bend your elbows. Start to sit your hips down all the way onto your triceps. Now remember, this first version is just the bent leg version, so start to walk your feet towards your midline. Maybe lift them off and feel that hook. Now once you hook the feet, you can feel how much you have to squeeze your inner thighs into your triceps to create stability. So I encourage you to do that now. Take a couple times where you just actively squeeze harder with your legs into your arms. Take about 2 more breaths. Final inhale. Exhale, gently release your feet to the floor. Shift your weight back to them. Walk your hands underneath your face and straighten the legs. Toe heel your feet to about Prasarita distance again. Take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, pivot the right toes to find Skandasana on the right side. Hands come to heart center or on the floor, whatever variation you took last time. If you feel like you want to release the wrists a little more, you can always take a couple circles of the wrists in this Skandasana. Just working into them, knowing that we have one more big arm balance before we get to relax. Take about 2 more breaths here. Now getting ready on our next inhale, we're moving all the way back to the front of the mat. Find your low lunge into your left leg. Nice, you guys. Inhale, shift your weight forward, lift your back leg off the mat to 90 degrees. Then exhale, tip into your standing split. Let the head drop nice and low. Right leg keeps reaching to the ceiling. 2 more breaths here. Final inhale. Exhale, forward fold, right foot meets the left, release the chest down. Okay, second chance at Tadasana. So, start to toe heel your feet outward a little bit wider than your hips. Start to walk your hands back. Now for this round, play with taking your hands a tiny bit wider than your shoulders. I have actually found that that helps with the eventual kind of vertical version of Tadasana. So taking them almost as wide as your feet. So thinking hands just inside of your heels. From there, start to bend the legs. Shift the weight back to the arms. Hover the feet. Maybe you try extending them. Now keep squeezing the legs into the arms. Think about what we found in that Lolasana. Try to keep pointing the elbows back. Maybe you try to drop your hips down and straighten the arms. That's the fun one. Wherever you are, take a couple more breaths to play here. You have some time. I'm totally not watching to see how we're doing. Good, you guys. Nice. Nice, you guys. Good, good, good. Keep pressing the elbows to the back. Hug the legs into the triceps. Awesome. Nice, Luann. The trick is coming out of it. Good, yeah, we'll talk about coming out of it after class. So good work, you guys. When you feel like you have had enough of that firefly pose, just find a forward fold. We're gonna take a second round of Padahastasana. This has been a super wrist heavy class, so I wanna make sure we stretch it out. So eventually bring your feet to hip width distance. Then take your hands underneath your feet, finding that gorilla pose. Stretching the wrists. You can even wiggle your toes around and give your wrists a little massage. Wherever you are, let your head drop nice and heavy. Just enjoy this. You can shake your head yes and no if you want. Releasing any tension. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, gently release your hands from underneath your feet. Toe heel your feet back to touch underneath you. Inhale, find a halfway lift just to lengthen the spine. Then exhale, tuck and curl. Just bend the legs. Let the head drop in towards the knees. Eventually use this curled position to take you all the way down to a seat. Then straighten both legs out in front of you. Nice work, you guys. That was a very hard flow today. Let's stretch a little bit and then we'll be out of here. So just flex your feet, draw your legs together. Paschimottanasana is first. So as you inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, maintain the length as you fold over the legs. Today you can either keep it active or just relax, thinking more of a yin feeling with it, whatever your body needs today. Letting your head go. You can keep pulling with your arms or you can just let the body drape. We have about 5 to 6 breaths here. Final inhale. And exhale, gently release your arms, roll up through the spine nice and slow. Draw your right knee into your chest and then cross it over. We'll find a seated twist. So you can bend your left leg to bring the heel in towards the glutes if you want. Right hand comes behind the tail, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Take an inhale, find some length. And exhale, start to twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Final inhale. And exhale, gently release. Bring both hands to the left side of the body. Baby push up just for our counter. Inhale, press back up. And then bring your body back to center. Straighten both legs out in front of you. We'll do the same on the other side. So draw your left knee into your chest. Cross your foot over. Bend your right leg in so that the heel comes to the glutes. Bring your left hand behind, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, start to twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Final big inhale. And exhale, gently release. Both hands come to the right side. Find your baby push-up. Just a moment here. And then gently press back up to seated. Take both legs long in front of you. We're just going to roll to a back, no boat pose today. Reach your arms forward and as slow or as fast as you want. Just start to articulate through the spine, making your way all the way down. Once you arrive, bend your feet or bend your knees so your feet come flat on the floor. We're going to take 2 back bends here just because we've done a lot of contracting in the front of the body. So we're going to take a couple openers in the front. So make sure your feet are hip width distance, setting up for bridge pose first. Allow your hands to come down by the sides of your body. Once your feet and hands are set, inhale, lift your hips up, finding that bridge. Now if you want to take it a little deeper today, you can kind of tuck your shoulders underneath you and reach your hands for the fronts of your ankles. So you're kind of binding your bridge here. Once you do that, you can think about lifting the hips higher as you pull your hands to your ankles as simultaneously you press the feet away. Wherever you are, take about 1 more deep inhale. And exhale, release the hands if you put them in any place, and then gently bring the butt back down to the floor. Take a second here. You can let your knees drop in towards each other. You can windshield wiper, whatever feels good. Now, second chance here, you can either take another bridge, or if you want to work into full wheel, you can feel free to do that today, just if you want to take that deeper back bend. Not a big deal if you don't. So if you take bridge, set your arms and legs up the exact same way. If you're taking wheel, hands come back behind the shoulders, fingertips point towards the feet, elbows go to the ceiling. Either way, on an inhale, we all press the hips up, finding that back bend of choice. We have 3 breaths. Final inhale. And exhale, gently tuck the chin. Everyone articulates through the spine, all the way back down to the back. Take a moment to neutralize again. Either knees fall in towards each other or windshield wiper side to side. Now gently bring your knees back to neutral. Right knee draws into the chest. Left leg extends out long. Wind reliever on this side. So wrap your arm around your right shin. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let the right knee come down and around the rib cage. Feel that compression into the hip, into the side of the body. Make sure the front of your left hip is still long. You're still anchoring that side onto the floor. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, start to bring your knee back towards your midline. Left hand comes to that leg and exhale, supine twist. Right leg crosses over the body. Taking whatever variation feels good, so you can change the shape of your legs if you want. Arms can extend to the sides. They can be in a cactus shape. Gaze can shift whichever direction feels best for you right now. Allow your eyes to close and let your body relax for 5 full breaths here. Gently start to bring your head back to center, then your legs back to center. Draw both knees into your chest for a moment. Give yourself a little hug, neutralize the spine, maybe you rock side to side. Then we'll work to the opposite side. So left knee stays drawn into the chest, right leg extends long. Flex both feet, wrap the arms around the left shin. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, knee comes down and around the rib cage. Wrap the arms around that leg. Create that compression in the body. We have got 3 breaths. Each exhale, you pull it in a little closer to you. Inhale, start to bring the leg back through center. And then exhale, let the right hand bring the left leg across the body, matching whatever supine twist you did on the first side. And again, taking 5 breaths to fully relax. Gently start to bring the gaze back to center, legs back to center one more time. Find a happy baby, grab around the feet, draw the knees down and around the rib cage. And just give yourself whatever movements feel good. So maybe straighten one leg then the other. Maybe you rock it side to side, but do try to keep the length of your back on the floor. So tailbone is heavy towards the ground. We have about 3 full breaths here. Final inhale. Exhale, start to draw the knees back into the center. One final time, start to squeeze into a little ball. So wrap the arms around the legs, shoulders come off the mat, chin tucks into the chest. Take one final inhale, feel any extra energy, any extra tension, squeeze into the middle of your body. And exhale, Shavasana. Very well deserved today. Let the arms and legs release down by the sides. Let your eyes close. Allow your body to find a comfortable position. Let go of everything we've done in this hour. Let go of your morning, the day you have after this. Allow your breath to find a natural rhythm and path of movement. Let your jaw unclench. Let your eyes release into the eye socket. Don't try to bring your eyes to your hips, that won't work. Let your tongue release away from the roof of your mouth. And in that same way, just work your way down your entire body. Imagine that you're sinking into something soft like sand that draws you deeper and deeper into the floor the more you relax. Just enjoy the next couple minutes here in this Shavasana. If you're feeling ready to wake up, start by simply deepening your breath. Maybe start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe let your head rock side to side. If it feels right, you can reach your arms back behind you, find a good morning stretch, like you're taking a giant yawn. Then gently draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug. Then keeping your eyes closed and focus internal, make your way to a seat in whatever way feels good. Once you arrive in your seat, bring your hands to heart center and allow your chin to bow. And take a moment to thank yourself for doing something good for your mind and body for an hour out of your morning. The light within me meets, greets, and honors the light within both of you. Namaste.
right, you guys, good work.
I debated telling you guys that I was watching you try Tadibasana because I knew that someone would